when life throws you a lemon. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast of The Ordinary Maverick. This is Ajay, your host, sharing real life thoughts and experiences and ordinary Maverick tips. Today's podcast centers around setbacks and bouncing back. I must say, that's life, the setbacks and the wins. We've all gone through those times when nothing seems to be going right, and it really feels like rock bottom. Well, I have been through the same, and today with COVID-19 pandemic, kind of these moments of despair and lowness are even more tough to go through. But you know what? The Maverick formula does come into play here too. Remember the key element of falling forward? Now, let me share something. I spent most of my childhood days moving between cities and homes. As a child, one just goes along with the decisions that the parents take, and you really don't have much say in the same. I found myself in my adolescent years back in my hometown, away from the city that I loved. Well, deep down, I made a promise to myself I will return. I finished school, entered college, completed my professional degree, and then, without any hesitation, packed my bags and got to the city I loved. Well, settling and finding your way in a city is easier said than done. I was young, had a bit of stars in my eyes, and had that, can do attitude. Thought everything will be fine, and I put my whole heart and soul in finding a job because that's what I needed to survive. Hours turned into days, into weeks, and then months, and I kept trying, nothing came about. It wasn't easy for a fresh MBA graduate with no experience to land a job in the city. And then ultimately, I did get a call for an interview. I arrived for the interview well in time. I met the concerned person who asked me to wait for the chief executive to interview me. I sat and sat and sat and sat. Would you believe it? It was for almost 8 hours that I kept waiting patiently for my interview. I watched the day unfold in the office, everyone going about their business, in a way kind of ignoring me, but I was determined. I came here for an interview and I will only leave when that was finished. Well, after a whole day of sitting and waiting, I was finally in the evening around 7 o'clock called by the chief executive of the company who asked me a few questions, the kind of general questions in an interview. And at the end of the interview, those magical words popped out. You're hired. Yes, I got the job. I'm sure you're wondering what happened. At the end of the interview, the CEO let me in on a secret. You may find this ridiculous at this point in time or, in these times, but I actually got the job because of waiting patiently the entire day. Little did I realize that my interview was ongoing the whole day. It was my patience that was being judged. It was a small company, and I was made to sit out for the whole day just to see if I could stick it out, would have the right kind of attitude and patience for the job. I worked in the company for a few years and have kind of never looked back ever since. So, lemon got thrown at me, and like I often say, you have two choices when you get a lemon. You either keep waiting and deciding what to do with it, or you squeeze it and make lemon juice and get some vitamin C. Basically, do the best you can, and the outcome will always be in your favor. Remember, vitamin C also protects you from sickness. Okay, well, jokes apart, this is the crux of falling forward and never looking back. Yes, it may take time. Yes, it's tough. But if one takes whatever comes with the lemon thought and squeezes it, one always moves forward. Let me share some Maverick tips here to understand how do you keep your motivation going. How does one keep falling forward? For one, the mind is a very powerful thing, and trust me, you can actually fool the mind. Well, try it. Think for a moment how easy it is to spiral into a world of, kind of negativity. Oh my gosh, I don't have a job. How will I manage? None of the interviews are leading anywhere. And this is a hopeless situation. I can't do it. I will never be able to do it. And you actually start believing it. You start getting deeper and deeper into the negative spiral. And then it starts showing in your performance. You actually start acting hopeless. The jobs which potentially could have come your way also stop coming. I mean, realistically, who wants to hire someone who doesn't believe in success? Yeah. And which essentially means that it's not good for the company or the business. Now, what if you fool your mind the other way around? Let's try it. Okay, I've done my 20th interview, didn't get the job, but hey, I found a better way to introduce myself. I'm able to judge the interview process better. I'm getting more intuitive in answering, and the best of it all is that I'm gaining more confidence. This is the kind of brightness of thought that comes onto your face and it shines through. and sooner or later, trust me, the right job will land right in your lap. So fool your mind. The next time you get a lemon, squeeze it and enjoy the juice. Write your comments, share your feedback. I would love to hear from you. And for some more Maverick tips, do subscribe to the Ordinary Maverick podcast. This is Ajay signing off and wishing you all the very best. Have an amazing day ahead.